Hello. All right, in this segment, I'm going to be using more of these angled pieces. I've got the perimeter basically made for it, and I need to do the one for the hoop back here to simulate the drive shaft tunnel, but I need to start bending some more of these angles to fit down to here and probably keep about an inch clearance from the muffler, make some kind of cool design. And I'm going to start with the panel that comes down and over the muffler, and then I'll come and drop in another drive shaft tunnel piece. I was initially thinking I'd like to try to do the whole thing out of one piece, but that would be an astronomical amount of stretch right in this area. It's not to say it's not possible, it's just not feasible, and there's no point in doing it. It would be so thin at this point up here or in another spot that you decided to stretch it that much. So I'm going to do it out of two pieces. Hopefully it might be three. Try not to get hung up on doing things out of one piece just to challenge yourself. You know, if you can knock it out in half the time in three pieces, go ahead and do it that way. It's not like it's going to be any less structurally sound. And I mean, for what it is, it's all getting welded together and it's a floor pan, so I think we're good. So I'm going to use these 332nd. I'm going to use these fill rods to start the shape. Actually, I plan on doing it across this peak. I'm going to set the 1 inch over here and just figure out a general shape across. And then I might do one at the highest point right here across there. That way I can actually pull this back out. And any chance you can pull it out and do it on a work table is a lot easier than getting in and out. And especially when you have to shape something, I could pull some dollies in here and shape it in here, but I don't know. I prefer working on a table. So I'm going to set it up to where I can take this out and then make these to fit this. And yeah, it should be fun. It will be fun. It's going to be awesome. All right, so real quick, does anybody actually like these small tungstens and back caps when you don't need it? Because I despise them. I prefer the long one. Mm. Fuck. All right. I've got the segments that I need put onto here with the 332nd fill rod. I'm going to go ahead and pull it out and add a couple more. And I'm probably not even going to do these angle pieces. I was thinking about it just for the rigidity of it, but it's kind of redundant at this point to do this as well as those. As long as I'm not beating on the jig or shaping, around it with the metal, it'll be fine. So I'm going to pull it out because it's getting kind of warm in here without a fan, and add a couple more segments of the fill rod. That way it'll be good. One thing I would like to say with most metal shaping projects, and probably any project that you'll tackle, is just getting started. The inertia that you get from starting and just moving forward. Don't get caught up on perfectionism. That'll come with time. Once you get some flow going, things actually work out, and it seems to work out better. It's awesome. Something calming about being up here alone and just putting your head into a certain project where there's no loud noises. You can hear the birds outside, the hum of the welder. Kind of nice. If you do everything with care and stick to the process, it is impossible to fail. That's what's up. Nice to turn on the gas. Ah, yeah. Nice. There it is. Gorgeous. And another thing that just dawned on me was it's amazing to sit here at this time of day. You know, a couple years ago, even up to a year and a half, 2 years ago, I would have still been asleep, hungover, and still on that life of the grind and chase. And this is where I actually want to be, and want to be doing. And the whole sobriety journey is it's wild. You know, you can't actually change. You know, every day is really actually the same day. It's just the value that you put on it. Oh, I think I goofed. Let's go see. Yep, I goofed. This is supposed to be 8.5, and that's 7. Nice.
Yep, 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 yep.
Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, 13.5 over. Oh, 13.5 center. Let's go ahead and go 9, just to give it a little bit of spare. So there and there. Because that tunnel it does taper up, but right here, we need it to be at least 8. So I went 9. That way, whenever we cut this free to do the other hoop, it's not going to get in the way, and it's not going to mess us up. So here we go. It's so pretty. It's a little wobbly. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. All right, it's looking pretty good. We've got the wires coming down, and they're gonna flow pretty nicely. And my plan is to have this tunnel come back and where it intersects here and rolls out, have basically the same kind of the beadworks that are here, but have them come in and then the same on the tub. So it's going to be a cohesive design. It's going to be awesome.